All right, now welcome to SE Custom Designs. We're in the wood shop of SE Custom Designs. We are continuing the series on the COVID desk. And you're looking at the main unit here. So we got this far. Look up all the details on how I made this thus far. That would include taking this piece here I found on the side of the road. So from here to here, and I joined it to a piece like this wide. And this piece also had to get joined to itself. So that's three pieces that are joined up, biscuit joining. Look up that procedure and that technique. We introduced the Craig system where they make pocket holes. It's a no-brainer system, a way of fascinating a thing to a thing, particularly when it comes to furniture. Look, we did that just recently, that episode. Let's see here, what else? Simple things that make joining corners together. Jigs such as this from Rockler. This is actually two tools in one that they combine to make our lives easier. Even things like this square from Savage. Swanson has a little lip here, little peg that comes out. And what does that do for us? Essentially this. It holds itself. I think you can see that. Let's see if you can see that. I think you can. All right. And I'll tell you what, I really needed that when I was working with this unit the other day because I needed that third hand. All right, so I mean, we try to get lots of tips in here as we move along the journey, including this mini square from Woodpecker, and I've got a huge 18-inch one hanging up over here on the side. That helped hold the Craig jig square the entire time, 90 degrees. All the fun we have here in the wood shop. We made the taper legs already, so they're over here. Let me just reach over and grab one. I decided to put two tapers into it. So one taper this way and one taper this way. All right, so that's completed. All right, so let's put that back. Sorry about that. All right. What else? Oh, we also made an amazing drawer, which I still have a little bit more work to do on it. But this is probably one of the best drawers I've made so far. It's got through dovetails on it, and I custom made this little gentle down angle here, and then so that's my handle. And we have plyboard, which is oak plyboard, which is fit into the side of the wood. So we go through all the technique on how to make that thing. All right, so I like to cram a lot of this, as much as I can, into an episode so that we can make the most of it. What are we doing today? Today is the day after Thanksgiving, so I'm enjoying a nice long 4-day weekend. I added one more day on, so I have 5 days. And so here it is. I already took my car into Midas this morning. It's getting some more work done on it, but we're back in the wood shop. And we want to talk about routering technique to soften up the bottom of, this is upside down, right? So the bottom of the table, this piece here. What I'm going to do, what I already did is I grabbed a little round over type bit and I put it into the router. And what we're going to do is just soften up these edges inside and out. It's going to look pleasingly, cosmetically pleasing, and it's going to stop you from injuring yourself, ever so slightly. That's the first thing we're going to do. Then we're going to take this keyhole bit and stick it in the router, because I want to go ahead and, instead of putting a fastener on here, that where you hang it up on the wall, it's a good idea just to take a keyhole router bit and just go, just stick it in there and do that real quick. So we're going to do that just after we soften up the edge here. All right, so I like to keep my router bits all in one place in this nice convenient little rubber foam packet. All kinds of wonderful router bits here. This is a panel making router bit here, and this is a Rockler, believe it or not, that makes your panels. It's just a little simpler setup here. We have Mortise and tenon here. We have a nice set of 3 router bits, which we're going to be making crown molding out of. We have some dovetails, some trim cleaned up here, and so on and so forth. So those are my most commonly used router bits. And then I have a humongous router set that I got last year from MLC, I think it is, and I did a video on that. But enough chit chat. I'm trying not to do a lot of infomercial-ing during my videos, but I'm feeling a little chatty today. But just know that when I do my videos, I like to get right to the point. We make them anywhere between 5 and no more than 15 minutes long, but I try to get to the 5 to the 8 minute. Okay, so let's get on with it. I already have my battery in there, and I have it on full speed. And just know in general, you want to take a little bit of material out at a time. Don't go for the full bore. And then with this particular router, I've got 2 of them. One is battery operated, DeWALT, and I have the wired one over there. It's so easy to raise and lower that just by moving that aside and then turning this little disc down here. All right, so we're going to take out about that much. Another quick tip for you is know the rotation of your bit. Okay, it's going to go clockwise this way. So what you don't want to do is go against the clock, counterclockwise, because what's going to happen is the router is going to hit the wood and then take off on you. You want the router to eat into. So we're going to go in that direction. As long as you're doing that, you should be fine. All right. I highly recommend ear protection. Let's give this a quick go. I realized that I did not point my camera down, and you only saw, well, about half of that. So I'm going to lower the camera, okay, so that you can get a better look at that. Try to bring you a little bit closer as well. Not too much closer. All right, sorry about that shaking, folks. So we can see, well, hopefully you can see, I'll take the camera off when I'm all done, how it gave it that really nice little soft round over. I'm going to do the same thing on the outside. And then what I'm going to do is experimentally, because it's on the inside, you won't really see it. I'm going to lower the bit, and let's see how that can make it look even more handsomer. How about that for a made-up word? right, so you noticed that I went in the other direction because when it came to the outside, counterclockwise, eating into it would be going that way. So we have this really nice effect here. And again, this is solid oak. In the event I didn't state that in this video. But what I'm going to do is lower that router bit, and let's see how that's going to make it look. Go from that little round over to having a little bit of an edge onto it. Okay, so let's do that. Raise that, put that down a bit. All right, and again, I'm going to do it on the inside. That way, it's kind of, I can experiment. I mean, I know what it's going to look like, but in the event y'all don't know, I think this is a Roman augie. Like you can hear that I'm taking off a bit too much all at once. So let's go ahead and put the base up a little bit more so we don't take out as much material. Okay, I'm really liking how this is looking. Very nice and round over there. So I think that's what I'm going to stick with. So I'm going to go ahead and do the outside. All right, and like I said, this really doesn't matter because I'll take it off the camera so you can see what that looks like. But yep. So I think what I will do is lower it again, and then let's do the math between the two, and let's approximate where I'm going to start and where I'm going to start that. All right, so that's 11.5 inches that will go ahead and eat in from either side. And this in and of itself can be a type of like a type of style, you know, or a design, and meant intentionally. So, and we'll show you what that looks like when we finish this up. So I have to lower that bit again. All right. So that secret is between you and I. What we just did there. Let me take you off the camera. I'm apologizing in advance because it's going to shake a little bit. I'm trying not to do this to y'all anymore, if I can at all. So look at that. It's got that little lip there. All right. And you can hear that the router is kind of stalling out a little bit. And so that means the battery's getting a little bit low. But nice thing about these, the technology built into your new tools, this is DeWALT, is that the system knows when not to attack that battery beyond what is necessary to preserve the life of the battery. So that's my layman way of saying that. So basically it says, you know what, I had enough, I'm just going to turn off. In addition to that, as you know, these days, they all come with this LED. So we know that we have 1 bar left there. All right, so I'm going to come back here and just make that a little bit gentler so it's looking the same here. Once again, hey, guess what? That's a design enhancement, but this is really what I'm looking for. I want to get that nice little round over here. Okay, looks really, really handsome. So we're going to do that on the outside. All right, so I will change out that battery though, because I don't want to run out of power midstream. Oops, sorry guys. I know y'all don't like that, and I don't even like that. I'm sorry about that. On the big TVs, even on your your phones, that's not a pleasant experience. I apologize. All right, so let's yank that battery out. Drop them into my convenient charging tower over here, and I'll yank this one out. Throw him in there. Let's finish this up. And I do recommend dust collection. I recommend dust collection. It's that finer dust that I have a dust collection system over here from Jet. It sucks out down to 5 microns, right? It's that fine dust that can get in your lungs. It's not good. But I'm only doing a real small job here, so I'm not too concerned. Remember to raise that up. So I only get the little bit of that round over effect. All right, here we go. I dare to say that is really, really a nice effect. We look at how round this is. I really like that. Okay, so that's that part. And now we're going to take that chuck out, and we're going to use the keyhole. Always remember to remove your battery. And we're going to shove in the keyhole bit. see what you can see here. Yep, you can see that. All right, let's try to do that real quick here. In order to take this off of the router, you simply push in, release this round disc here from the main unit and lift it right out. And then you're going to take this yellow button here and that locks in the bit. Okay. And then we do this. You know, it's been sticking on me lately. So here's what I'm going to do very carefully. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, yes. We'll just set it into the, very gently set it in to the vise. Do not put a lot of pressure on the unit, okay? Just sort of set it in like that. That way we have that overhead advantage. And we can loosen that. Oh, I was going the wrong way. Having one of those days where I'm thinking in reverse. Okay, let's yank that and put him back so we know where he is next time. All right, and yank out that keyhole. Let's bring him a little closer. So that's a keyhole bit. It's very, very convenient tool. Very convenient tool. Bit. And that eliminates the need for hardware. So, you know, if you want to hang a thing up on the wall, you got to apply some hardware to it. So in this case, you won't have to do that. Go ahead and raise that bit. I don't need to go really that deep. The important part is let this part sink down in there. And then you want to go a little bit below the surface. Okay, not that much. All right, lock it in. Lock and load. And then we're going to put that keyhole right about here. I'm going to do it freehand, which means I'm really going to have to stabilize the deal here. I'm not going to ride against or put some kind of fence on there to do this real quick, unless, no, okay. So let's do that, and then that'll end this video. Do apologize, I did go a little longer than I usually do. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm eyeballing it because I went a little bit out of at an angle there, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. What matters, let's see if we can get this in here. Okay, so your screw is going to go in, flathead in through here, then it's going to go up. And the blade allows for that. Given the end of the tip to the shank part there. So if I had a screw real quick, I could show you. I can grab one real quick. They're lying around everywhere, aren't they? here we go. We'll use this guy as an example. Your regular everyday, make sure you can see what I'm saying here. Regular everyday sheetrock screw. Goes in, up, you're done. See how that works? So it's really a no-brainer. And I did stop when I routed. You go down in, and then you start to go, should have went up, but I went at this angle, but I stopped really in the middle of the stock. Okay, so that's what we're looking for there. Whew, all right. That will be the end. I won't take you off the mount again of this episode. So where do we go next with our COVID table? I need to make a, I'm going to cut this out so that I can put my drawer in. Okay, so here's my drawer. It's going to go in here, at least I think so. Put it in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out a space so this can slide in. And then I'll figure out what methodology of rail, system that I want to put on the side in order for the drawer to go in and out and not fall to the earth. All right, so that's what we're going to do next, more than likely. And then you can make a noise. I don't care. We have visitors to the shop visiting the refrigerator. So then we're going to go ahead and start thinking about finishing up our tapered legs. Look up that part in the series where we use a jig that's hanging up on my pegboard to do this effortlessly. It's like a no-brainer to buy a $23 jig to put on your table saw, slide the stock through, and it makes this wonderful shape here. So we'll be putting those on, but first I want to finish them, soften up the corners, the edges there, and whatever else I want to do for design. And so we'll talk about that, but however, in the next video. Take care. God bless. Let's say goodbye in our 5 different languages. Shalom uvracha, masalami, totzin, tzaichin. Bye-bye.